What makes people click? Not in the dating sense, but on social media posts, emails, website listings, and so forth. Often, it's a combination of style and substance. Okay, maybe that's true for dating too. Something catches your eye, style, and when you look a little further, you like what you see even more, substance. If you have a bit of both, style and substance, you win. If you have substance and could use a hand in the style department, meet cognitive bias, your new best friend. Cognitive bias is a fancy phrase describing an often unconscious mental shortcut that influences the decisions we make. We're going to unpack some aspects of human behavior and how to leverage those tendencies for great marketing, right after this very real commercial break.
As a parent, I want to give my kids the best opportunities.
Navigating the summer camp landscape can be tough. Day camp, sleepover camp, plus all the special interest camps out there.
Of course, I want them to have fun, but I also want it to be a growth opportunity.
When I heard about office camp at Cubicle Acre Farms, I knew this was the place for us.
Hey kids, who wants to collate copies?
They've got loads of activities like database administration, OSHA inspection, passive-aggressive break room signs,
Procrastination, inappropriate emails, staying sober at the holiday party.
Time to change the water in the cooler.
With so many options, I know they'll be getting a well-rounded experience.
Plus, they'll be getting a leg up in the professional world.
Everyone in the Printer Toner Challenge over here.
Office camp at Cubicle Acre Farms.
Why would you send your kids anywhere else?
Welcome to Almost Productive, a podcast mostly about marketing.
I'm Sean.
I'm Julie.
And I'm Addie.
And we are all marketing professionals at New Boston Creative Group in Manhattan, Kansas. All right, gang. We've got a lightning round. And I know that we can do it.
Okay.
Because I know that you all are great at answering questions succinctly.
What's the over-under on the first question getting silence for 20 seconds?
Well, I'm going to put 5 seconds on the clock.
Okay.
So if we don't get it in 5, we're moving on.
Okay.
Okay.
A scintillating round of this or that. Ready? Let's go. Work in silence or blast music?
Silence.
Music, but blast is okay.
Good call. Yeah.
Very good. Desk neat freak or creative chaos?
Neat freak.
Neat freak.
Oh, good job, guys. To-do app or written notes?
Written notes.
To-do app.
Solo or team brainstorm?
Team.
Team.
Ooh,
That looked painful,
It did.
Sean.
It was.
Feedback or final say?
Feedback.
Final say?
I love how assured Sean was in that answer.
Because I was thinking,
Excellent work.
what did it mean? But I know I can't ask questions or Julie's going to get me.
I didn't know either, but feedback, it just felt like more in tune with my spirit. So feedback.
Yeah, and I think that was it. I was like, yes, it absolutely was us, right? Like feedback is you, final say is me, and there's no, we don't need to explain any of that.
No, that's why we work well together.
Good job, everyone. All right. Well, for today's episode, I've compiled a handful of behavior-based marketing strategies. So we're going to talk about what they are and how we might use them in our jobs. But something for our listeners to keep in mind before we dive in, human behavior and brain processing are highly complex and individualized. So these aren't going to trick people into behaving the way you want them to. And if you're wanting to trick people into behaving a certain way, maybe rethink your line of work. But they can help you tip the scale in your favor when it comes to your marketing. So the first one is social proof. This is when people are swayed by public opinion, specifically good opinions. So what are some examples of social proof that you all can think of, and how might you use them?
Reviews, which we've talked about a lot before, but the importance of hearing from your peers when people are selecting a product, or in our case, a marketing company. So we reach out at the end of every project to the lead contact person that we worked with and ask for feedback, and then also ask them to give us a review. And I think that, having a large library of positive, hopefully, reviews is super helpful.
Yeah, that the reviews / testimonials is great. However you can get them, if you need to kind of collect them, prompt people for them, that's absolutely, applicable. Even better if people do it on their own accord and happen to post on social media or other platforms that they love this or your product. That's even better.
Great examples. Another sort of aspect of this one is sort of bandwagoning, like jumping on the bandwagon. So if you don't have those things, you can talk about your most popular product or your top selling product, the highest rated product. That's a way of giving that social proof signal en masse, as it were. Excellent. All right. Next one is called processing efficiency. And this is when our brains find it easier to process and retain information that sounds good. So things like alliteration, rhymes, onomatopoeia, like the marketing version of an earworm. So can you all think of any examples of this at work?
You see this a lot with titles and names of products.
I will say I love an alliteration. That's like one of my very favorite things. So when we're brainstorming, my first 7 ideas are alliterations of some kind. But I'm struggling to think of one in this moment.
Well, one that I thought of, and of course I had the luxury of working on this episode, so I knew what to look for, but is the classic plop, plop, fizz, fizz, oh, what a relief it is. You've got your onomatopoeia, you've got a rhyme.
Right. You see it a lot also with jingles, like you mentioned, or taglines where you have more words to play with.
Yeah, those are great places to use this. All right.
I'm sorry, Julie. I feel like we let you down all
no,
throughout the
This
episode.
is great.
Call J.G. Wentworth 877
cash now.
That's the one that popped into my head.
That's so catchy.
Say it. Do that again, Nick, but a clean.
J.G. Wentworth 877 cash now. 877 cash now. And then I don't know, they made me sing it a couple times.
Excellent.
But that one
Beautiful
pops into my head a lot.
Yeah.
When I say a lot, I mean every single day of my life.
Right.
It's not your Roman Empire.
Oh, Coca-Cola is an obvious one. Coca-Cola, that's kind of, if it's one word, not really, but 2 words, that's kind of an alliteration. So that's catchy in your mind.
Yeah.
I'll think of others. We'll see.
All right. Well, let's
sorry. Now we're so McDonald's has the
ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
yeah, that.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
It's not even a phrase. They just said the letters in the right order, and that's enough.
Yeah. Next up, we have the decoy effect. It's more seen in pricing, but the concept is you have 2 items with a pretty clear pricing structure, like a small costs $3 and a large costs $7. But you throw in this oddball that makes 0 sense, like a medium is $6.50. And that crazy option skews our perspectives. So people go, well, then the large is a great deal. You think the large is a great deal because of that oddball. This is also called, nerd alert, the asymmetric dominance effect, because the asymmetrical offer tips the scales. So considering that, one example that I thought of is when products are offered online, print, or both online and print.
Yeah, or different subscriptions for like a service where it's like, oh, here's our basic, here's the one that doesn't have ads in it, and then here's the one that doesn't have ads in it plus whatever extra channels, and they they price them. So yeah, you sort of like get pushed up the chain because of how they're structured. And I'm realizing like I'm affected by all of these like deeply. Each one, as you say them, I'm like, oh God, all of my decisions are just influenced so hard.
It's fascinating, isn't it? And I also think it's interesting that you can use them in concert with one another. So like this pricing structure would do really well with social proof. This is our highest rated package. You know,
right. Our most popular package, all of that. Plus,
yep.
Yeah, you get all the backing.
Yep.
And if you name it something alliterative, then sky's the limit.
Sky's the limit.
Indeed.
So aligned.
The sunny sky is the limit. Oh. All right.
Oh.
The mere exposure effect. So this one's all about visibility. The premise is that the more visible a product is, the more familiar it becomes to your audience, and the more likely they are to purchase it. So that's an oversimplification, frankly, on all of these. One thing it's akin to is there's a marketing rule of 7, which is that a customer needs to see a product at least 7 times before they consider making a purchase. So I'm curious how you all see this in play, either as consumers or in our jobs.
Yeah, I think this one is very important. And it's one of those things that like it seems obvious when you explain it. Like, yeah, people need to know your product exists and they need to see it a bunch so they recognize it and know it. So when they're in the store or they're making an option, they're thinking of you, remembering you. Like, duh. But like it's important. Like people need to know that your product exists, that your name exists, that your brand exists, and almost more so than maybe even the individual thing that you're selling. Like, you know, it's more important for Coke just so that you know their name than whatever the newest flavor is, which they might not even promote that hard until you're in the store and then you see they have a whatever version of it.
I was going to touch on kind of the flip side of that, which is I see this a lot as a consumer and influencer marketing. Like suddenly 8 of the people that I follow are pushing the same specific product. So the brand obviously had a target audience that I was a part of and then reached out to these influencers in a specific area. And then, to get the word out about this product. Now I'm seeing it everywhere.
Right. They're sponsoring every podcast I listen to all of a sudden.
Exactly. Yes, that's another good example. And a good example of that across medium. So you're doing it on a podcast and you're doing it on social media and you're doing it maybe in a streaming commercial. And then suddenly, I'm like, fine, I'll buy it. I quit. I will. I give up.
And then you can be one of those proud people who goes, yeah, I own that. I own
exactly.
it. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Addie, I thought of another thing sort of behind the scenes is when we look at social media frequency. Mm-hmm. In our ad campaigns. Do you mind talking a little bit about that?
Yeah, of course. So most social platforms in the back end, in the analytics, you can see metrics like reach, how many people have seen an ad, or impressions, the number of times an ad was shown, and frequency is the number of times one person or one screen, let's say, saw your ad. So when Julie and I are looking at these things, maybe it's been running for a month, and time frame is really important to remember here too, because obviously frequency in a month kind of goals is going to be different than frequency over a year, for example. So if Julie and I are looking at an ad and it's been running for a month and the frequency is 2, we'll say, great, we should keep that running. Maybe we could even increase the budget a little bit more. People probably won't be fatigued by seeing this message twice in a month. However, if we look at the frequency and the number is 10 and the ad has been running for 2 days, maybe we tone it down a little bit, because that's how you kind of aggravate people and turn into me saying, enough, I get it. Like that's just too much. And then almost out of spite, at least for me, I'm like, no, I refuse to interact with this. You are suffocating me. You're suffocating me. Leave me alone. Yeah.
Very good. Another way that I saw that people use this, we don't in our particular jobs, but I've probably heard like products placed at eye level in stores, that's premium place. So the generic version isn't going to be at that eye level. So that then increases exposure for brands. Last one, and I hope I don't butcher the pronunciation here, is the Zeigarnik effect. And this is that we're more likely to remember tasks that we haven't completed than those that we have. So I know once I cross something off my to-do list, cool, it's gone. But the things that remain torment me. This often works in conjunction with other things like the sunk cost fallacy, which is when we stick with something just because we've already invested time, effort, or money into it. So another example of this working with things, FOMO can also be combined with the Zeigarnik effect. So can you all think of how marketers might leverage this particular bias?
Yeah, I think this one happens a lot, and it's when you're looking for it, it's very frustrating. I'd say the biggest one that annoys me when people do this is, and I should preface it like, I think what they use this a lot is they make up a problem so they can sell you a thing. To your point, here's a thing that you haven't done that I'm just telling you about now so you can worry about it and buy our product. And the big one you see now, I feel like, are new deodorants and things where you used to think like, oh yeah, I can use a deodorant, but now like, no, you forgot that your whole body stinks. You're taking care of your armpits, but you also forgot that you actually smell really bad all the time. And so you need all these other products. And there's a rash of those all over the place. And it's pretty much how like Febreze started too, where they were like, oh yeah, you know that the air smells all the time around you and you need to spray this stuff on it, or your blankets or your pillows or whatever. Like, you know, come up with an issue that your product fills that you now feel like you need to take care of.
Mine is not nearly as fun as that. The thing that popped into my head was like, you left this product in the cart. Don't you want to come back and finish the transaction? Like, you're so close. Don't forget, and don't leave me hanging, that kind of stuff when you've gone to a website, put something in your cart, and then sometimes not even put it into your cart, just viewed it. And then you'll start getting emails. Yeah, take the next step, etc.
Yeah. And those can be equally annoying if they don't time them right. But they can also be rewarding if you know, like, I got to wait till the third one and then they'll give me a discount.
This is true. You got to play the game.
Yeah. One other aspect of that are rewards levels. Like, oh, you're this many points away from the next reward. And so you're like, well, I gotta make the silver tier. Are you kidding me? I gotta get there. Or a timer counting down to expiring discounts is kind of tangential.
Yeah, the gamification of things is really big right now.
Yes.
And again, it's like you're aware of it, but you're so susceptible to it because, getting that little badge or ding or whatever thing that you end up getting is so satisfying.
Yes, it's the reward centers in our brain. It is neuroscience, and it's annoying as hell sometimes.
Yep.
Producer Nick here. What you just mentioned, the reward stuff, is all the time in everything you shop for, whether you're at Target or Starbucks or Chipotle, Qdoba, or Panda Express. I know, like, my girlfriend downloads all of the apps so she can get the rewards and the points, and I refuse to do it except for Chipotle. They got me. Chipotle got me. But like,
some things you can't deny.
I'm like, why are you gonna download all these apps? She's like, well, I want the points. I want the points, and then if I keep coming back here, eventually I'll be able to get $5 off.
That is how they get you. And it can be a money-making venture if you use it correctly, but then they're obviously marketing to you more heavily. So yeah, depending on your constitution, that can be good or bad for your wallet.
Yeah, because there's a lot of them that you don't even have to sign up for. Like, you just get them. Like, oh, you made your order, and on the little kiosk thing, it shows that I've got points in their system. And you're all of a sudden, you're like, how many points do I got? I didn't even know I was winning. And, or like you go to check out and they're like, well, you got a free cookie. You're like, oh my God.
Yeah.
It's the greatest
It's
day
the
of my life.
best day ever.
No, I get it. I mean, like I said, Chipotle has me, and I'm like, well, I should just go to Chipotle instead of going to Qdoba this time or whatever,
Right,
or
get your
because
reward.
I'm almost to a place where I can get a free burrito.
Right. Incredible.
The other day, I have an old school punch card to this place, and my husband and I went in separately, and I was like, he's not getting a smoothie or a juice. Like, he's going to get something else, so I don't need to ask him. He came out with a smoothie, and I was like, I missed my punch.
Right.
You should have had him walk back in and say, excuse me, sorry, I forgot. Can you punch my
I
Right,
thought
yeah.
about it. I thought about it.
Mhm.
Well, we're going to be doing a companion blog on this topic, so do check out our website for that, newbostoncreative.com. In the meantime, if you geek out on this sort of thing, I highly recommend checking out Nancy Harhut. She does a lot of work in this area, and I just find her insights fascinating. So, as we wrap up, I'm doing something different today. Instead of dad jokes, I'm going to close with a few wacky facts. So, did you know that botanically speaking, bananas are berries, and so are eggplants?
Whoa.
Yeah, you hear all the time this sort of thing. Like,
You hear all the time that eggplants are berries.
you'd be surprised how often, because I think it's stemmed in my dislike in general of like vegetables. And so I'm always keyed on like, did you know that a tomato is a fruit, or a pineapple is a berry? You know, it's always something like that. Where, yeah, this thing that we've grouped into this one category is actually, it's not like, you know, like strawberry isn't a berry. It's, you know,
It's a flower, I think.
right. It's something like that. And, you know, I am pro science, but sometimes it just goes too far.
Well,
We
Sean,
have to draw the line.
Right.
Yeah. Let's see what you think about this one. Maybe it's because those were food related
Maybe.
facts. So, one day on Venus is longer than a year. So, one day is how long it takes for a full rotation on its axis.
Hmm.
A year is how long it orbits the sun. So, one day on Venus for it to turn on its axis is equivalent to 243 days on Earth. That Mama Jama is a slow turner, folks.
That's wild.
Time is crazy. If y'all want to book about time, let me know. I have a good rec. It's, yeah.
Well, I think just go ahead and share it. What's the rec?
The Order of Time by Carlo Rovelli. He's like an astrophysicist, and he tries to dumb down these very high level concepts about just time in the universe. And it's fascinating, and will also kind of you up a little bit. So enjoy.
Dang. All
Nice.
right. Last one is that lightning is actually hotter than the surface of the sun.
Ooh, I knew that one already.
Sorry, the look on Sean's face when he said, "I knew that one already." I wish people could see, because that was the most smug facial expression I think the world has ever seen. Sorry, Julie. Go ahead.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah, I guess Sean was less impressed, but I did get a wow on the Venus one. So on balance,
Tough.
wild
Yeah.
and wacky fast.
Yeah, my face was like if you came up to me to start a conversation I had just watched a YouTube video on. Like, oh, you have no idea.
Oh, buddy, buckle up.
So yes, a lightning bolt can reach over 50,000 degrees Fahrenheit, and the sun's surface is only a mere 10,000 degrees.
That's wild. Sean's not impressed, but I'm very impressed. That's crazy.
That's whack.
It's wild, wacky stuff, guys.
We need like some audio after each one you say like that.
Like a soundboard.
Julie,
Like a wacky, like
Right.
Hey, bang! Shibber! Wow!
It's like the Keanu, like, whoa.
What?
from
Yes.
the Matrix.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's it. We're done. Thank you for listening to this episode of Almost Productive. If you'd like to learn more about what we do at New Boston Creative Group, you can reach out to us at newbostoncreative.com. You can also follow us on social media at New Boston Creative on Instagram and New Boston Creative Group on Facebook and LinkedIn. If you liked this episode, please like, follow, subscribe, leave a review, and share the podcast with your friends. And if you didn't like the show, feel free to recommend us to your enemies. Tune in next time for some more office shenanigans, thoughts on trending topics, and marketing-adjacent insights. Until next time, we hope you have a productive day.
That made me think about, I probably don't have it exactly right, but it's something like the permutations of a deck of cards that you shuffle.
Ooh, mm-hmm.
You know, it's like 52 factorial, and the number that ends up being is greater than the number of stars in the observable universe. It's something crazy like that. Like, you can shuffle a deck of cards, and the order that they'll be in, there's more of those than there are stars in that we can see.